What's going on, ladies and gents? Justin Woll here, back again with another incredible YouTube video. Today, walking you through my beliefs on whether getting a formal degree or education is worth it when you're comparing it with a digital education. Which one's better? Is a formal degree worth all of that money? Is the digital education not as high quality as a formal education? Are you getting less information? I'll be answering all of these questions in today's video so you can make the best decision for yourself, or just hear an incredible in-depth topic so you can actually go ahead and have an awesome opinion yourself. So, ladies and gents, do me a favor, leave a like on the video right now, and also hit that notification bell also before we even get started, and make sure you're subscribed as well, because you don't want to miss out any other content that we'll be putting out over the next few weeks as well. So, ladies and gents, watch the entire video and enjoy, and you'll make the decision if you believe formal education is more important or more effective than a proper digital education. So first and foremost, ladies and gents, let me walk you through my perspective and why I feel like I'm truly qualified to talk about this subject. So first and foremost, I have been to college. I've actually went to community college. I even went to Rutgers University, one of the top business schools in Jersey. I actually ended up winning the Entrepreneurship Award for all the businesses that I was running at the time while I was in college. The reason I wanted to go ahead and do this video today is so you can make a probable decision on whether you believe college is right for you or not, so you can just have an overall more informative opinion next time you go ahead and have this conversation. Very aware most of us who are watching this video might be graduated from college or not even in college, but some of us might also be in college, but I believe the overall idea is something that should be talked about by everyone. Now, I went to Rutgers University. Throughout the entire time, I met awesome people. I made great friends. I joined a fraternity and have incredible brothers today that I still talk to every single day. I've also met incredible people, so many different things at college that I've actually gained, okay, including business partners, business insights, and exposure to certain markets that I wasn't aware were actually a thing. Let me go ahead and break it down like this. In the next 5 points, I'll be talking about some reasons why I believe college may not be worth it if you have the discipline to be able to utilize digital education. At the same time, I'll be talking about reasons why college might be worth it if you feel like you don't have the proper discipline or consistency yet built in your actual current business or while you're going through specific digital education and training. Let's talk about cost. So point one is all about the money. Is the cost worth it for formal education, and is the cost worth it for digital education? Let's start with formal. So first and foremost, formal education could cost anywhere from $40, $50, $60, $70, upwards of $100,000 just to go ahead and attend some of these actual universities and schools. Sometimes far more than that if you're a doctor, a lawyer, a chiropractor as well. And that's usually like per year or per few years. Okay, so think of it like that. If you're going and paying that much money every year, semester, or however long, you better make sure that you're actually putting in your work, actually getting good grades, and are hoping to actually land a position or job that needs that specific education and training. Let's call it about $60,000 to $100,000. We'll call it if you're going to a really good college, right? You don't have any grants or scholarships. I didn't have any grants or scholarships, so that's the model we'll use there. And I think it's a pretty generalized model as well, especially if you have grants. Maybe it's 20, 30K less, but somewhere in that realm. Expensive. Digital education, okay, YouTube, okay, online, all this information is free. Okay, all this information is free. Okay, when you think of it like that, it's an absolute no-brainer. Obviously, you don't get the textbooks, etc., and the teachers right there, but you almost do. You get the downloadable content online. You're able to watch people as they do work on whiteboards or chalkboards or computers, etc. It's almost as if you're learning just here's in person and here's on a screen, but the actual experience is the same. In reality, that's almost what it is. Okay, with digital education, not only can you actually get the same experience of learning from an actual classroom by an actual professor in a classroom, okay, and download homework, etc., that is all free, but you can also go out of the way to go ahead and look at other specific topics online as well. And you can browse for other specific instructors or coaches or professors as well online. You don't have that much diversity when you're actually working in person. So it's actually seeming that you have more of a kind of versatility aspect with digital education. With that being said, also, okay, you're not having to pay a tuition fee here. You could just go straight and try whatever you're trying to learn and obviously start attempting to build a foundation and make money and build the business. You can't really do that with college, okay, even if you're paying $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a year. Now, with that being said as well, I went all the way until the end, experienced everything in schooling that you're able to, and I still believe that if you have discipline, okay, that a digital education is more proper for you specifically in terms of long-term success without putting yourself into a $67,000 to $80,000 hole. I'm not saying, though, college is not worth it. If you know yourself personally that you don't have that discipline or you don't have consistency right now in a business, okay, it may be still worth it for you to go ahead and grab that degree. Degrees are phenomenal. A lot of successful, rich people, wealthy people have college degrees. But also keep in mind, if you're not rich and bleed money all day long, it might be something to consider, when you're spending $50, $60, $70, $80,000 on a college degree, when you could literally get a better education that's more actual informative in a real market that can make real money quicker, okay, online for free. And I've also invested in coaches and learned for free online. And quite frankly, I think it's an absolute no-brainer because I know I have inhumane discipline that a lot of us probably have as well, just strong, ambitious discipline that I know that if I put my heart to something, if I put my best foot forward, I'm going to build consistency, I'm going to build a foundation, and I'm going to be consistent as well. Okay, so keep that in mind. It's all about you knowing yourself if you have an ambition or discipline or not. And if you're not sure or not, maybe it's something that you have to go ahead and work on the next few weeks, is seeing if you actually have the discipline to learn something, stay committed to it, want to become better than everyone else at it, and then execute and win. Right? There's a big fine line between someone who, has some good motivation and someone who has discipline, right? So these are all points I'm giving you so you can make the best decision possible. College is phenomenal for certain people. Digital education is phenomenal for certain people. Both at the same time is phenomenal for certain people like myself. The second point I want to go ahead and talk about here, ladies and gents, is the quality of the learning experience that you'll be actually experiencing at college or at a formal education or online on YouTube, etc. Okay, or just info courses, etc. Now, first and foremost, I'm going to be speaking out of my own experience levels and what I've experienced throughout my life in college and without college. For me, the actual topics and classes were very general and they didn't really give me too much real world experience. To be quite frank, actually 2 days ago in Florida, they just dictated for the first time that there will be financial literacy taught in classes across the state, which is very, very important and something I believe they should have done years and years and years and years and years and years ago that they would never do. Taking an accounting course was good. Taking a math course was good, right? Taking dance literature was good, I guess, right? All these random things that I'm learning. I mean, accounting's not so random, right? Math's not so random, right? But things like the Pythagorean theorem, right, that we learned in high school and in elementary school, still waiting on using that. A lot of these things I'm still waiting on using. And now that I look back at someone who's been in every single learning experience possible all the way to the senior year of college, there's not really too many things that actually stick with me that are helping me in my business actual experiences today. Only thing that I would say that helps me to this day is English and sales skills and actually being able to speak properly with great rhetoric. That's the only thing that I'll say is firsthand affecting my actual progression and success overall. A lot of the classes were a somewhat waste of time. Other than that, some of the classes were a bit odd, right? They were good quality overall for the topic, but not really anything over the top that would actually deploy me in an area just to become massively successful. Because you're not really able to pick and choose what you want to learn. You can pick a major and whatnot, but you can't really choose a really deep down department unless you're really deep into your college experience, which at that point you could get a bit more pinpoint. Okay, so learning experience overall, I would say overall is fair, right? While there's definitely heaps of room for improvement. So I'll say it's fair. While online, it depends who you're following, right? Just like it depends what school you're going to, who you're actually learning from, who you're actually moving forward and continuing to go ahead and binge content from. So if you pick someone good, it could be phenomenal, right? It could be much better than school. But if you pick someone poorly, it could be far worse and you actually waste a bunch of time. In my opinion, college, right, is going to be a way to go ahead and have a fair education all around. While when you're doing something online, you have to have the ability to pick and choose properly. You have the potential to have a flawless, incredible, okay, informative, high perceived value education if you pick the proper coach, if you pick the proper training, actual university, whatever it might be. Okay, but you could just as easily pick someone poorly and then obviously waste all your time. So with college, we're gonna say it's a bit fair, and I think everyone can agree with that. It's fair education. They never taught me how to do my taxes or any of that, how to go ahead and file LLCs, which how can they not teach that in business class? While over here, I could go online and go ahead and learn all of these things and more and have the same kind of intel as a lawyer or an accountant, right? Very, very quickly, okay? If I'm binging that content consistently, of course. You can't just learn these things overnight. So that's my overall opinion, ladies and gents, okay? The quality of the learning experience in school is fair depending on where you go. It's probably always around fair unless you're at an extremely Ivy League level, okay? But overall, on the actual digital education side, it could be extremely over the top and great, or it could be extremely below and poor if you don't choose the right people. So it's all about being able to choose properly as to what you specifically want out of your life and your mission moving forward. That's going to be a big point as to what dictation you make in this decision. Point number 3 is going to be content delivery and also content relevance. First and foremost, as we all know, things in the online digital space can get outdated very, very quickly. And people have to be very, very quick to go ahead and change these things. Okay, and that's exactly what we do here at BSF. We're updating our curriculum constantly. We're updating our actual hand-holding personal mentorship experience every single day of the week. And we're also adding new implementations and new actual walkthroughs of Google Ads, etc., and all the new things that are happening in the digital marketing world every single month to make sure that our curriculum and our background of Beyond Six Figures is always 100% up to date with the most cutting-edge information. Rather, with college, on the other hand, you're gonna have a lot of outdated actual material that people are just kind of regurgitating, right? Not really so much of first-hand level experience from your professor, because you're probably being taught by a professor who's never run a business in her life, who's never scaled anything. Okay, in most cases, okay, maybe they had some success somewhere, but a lot of the time they have not really had much success with what they're talking about, right? So that's different when you're choosing a proper actual coach in the e-commerce or digital marketing or service building or course creation or agency model space, right? You're picking from people who are actually doing it as you speak, okay? People who have had massive, massive success in that field to walk you through it. Rather, with the actual college experience side of things, you're going to be really walked through by someone who maybe wasn't really involved, right? Someone who doesn't do it whatever you're trying to learn as well, and someone who just wasn't that good, right, overall. Whereas here on Beyond Six Figures, you're literally learning from people who are currently running 6, 7, and 8-figure companies, okay, at that given time, and have scaled many, many, many before as well. So we're using Beyond Six Figures and overall college as an example here. Would you rather learn from people who are actually actively doing what you're trying to learn and scaling their large, and who have done it for themselves and other people countless times, or someone else who's been there for years and years and years and years and hasn't really updated the curriculum all too much because there's no actual necessity for them to do so, because it's not about if the people actually get results when you're in college. Keep that in mind. Digital marketing, everyone's going to be very, very, very inclined to get you and help you move forward because your results are a direct correlation as to their teachings. As is college, but they're less inclined for you to actually go out and become something special, because that's when you're really a number just sitting in a classroom. Point number 4, and I think a lot of you guys are gonna like this one, is I'm gonna call legitimacy of merit. When you're in college, you receive an A, a B, a C, a D, or an F. If you're like Gary Vee, supposedly, back in high school, right? Okay, now let's talk about it. So if you're receiving merit by going to college, okay, by receiving grades, and also you can receive merit by getting coached, building a business, what are the differences? So first and foremost, the merit that you receive in college will be either an A, a B, a C, or a D. When in reality, it doesn't really mean anything. As long as you go ahead and get a C, a B, or an A while you graduate, you're probably good to go, and no one's gonna even look at your degree differently. So it's really generalized, and that kind of lowers the value of it, in my opinion. With that being said, in online business, in online actual education and digital learning, right, your merit is going to be your income, how much money you make. If you don't pass the test, if you don't do well, you're not gonna make any money. Okay, and that's real merit right there. Okay, I don't care about your A, B's, and your C's. I care about what you're pulling every month with your business to see if you're doing it right. And if you're not pulling any dollars at all, no problem. But definitely know that you need to fix something there. That's your F. If you start to pull $20, $30, $40, $50, $100,000 a month, you're getting closer to a B, or an A, right? And keep that in mind, ladies and gents, because that's your merit in digital marketing and education. You get to actually apply it in real-world scenarios and know if you're actually getting an A or not. While on a test in college, you might be getting an A, but who knows if you can actually execute in the real world. Point number 5 is going to be networking, okay? And as we know, networking in digital marketing could go very far, as well as in college can go very far. I'm sure networking in college is going to be a lot more fun than it would be in networking in the digital marketing realm. Let's talk about both. So first and foremost, in college, you can network with people who are in your field, people who are out of your field, your dorm members, your classmates, your teachers, your party friends, all these people. And you'll meet a ton of people who might not have everything figured out, but are still on the exact same path that you are to go ahead and push forward, right? So that could be really, really good for you to go ahead and see who you like, see what they like, and see if they could give you any good ideas for career paths or majors, etc. when you're in college. So networking there is phenomenal, especially when you're in your fraternity or sorority. Okay, definitely go ahead and network with people while you're at college. There's a great opportunity to do so. Probably the number one and most important thing that you could do at college in person that you can't do in digital marketing is that in-person networking. Well, with digital marketing, you can actually network with more people, and you can network more effectively with people as well, but you can't meet them face to face. And obviously there is that value of meeting someone face to face, which is why I speak to so many people consistently that I meet in person from college, and also a lot of people from digital marketing, but not as many close friends that came from online world, contrary to actually meeting people in real life, okay? And keep that in mind. So, in-person communication is definitely valuable, and you get that in college, but you get more scale, and you can also kind of narrow down more to people who are more your type and on the same mission as you, and will actually help you move forward and not invite you to a party to go out at night, but invite you to a networking event to go ahead and really start to map out your business plan more, right? That's kind of the difference that I've noticed from college networking and digital networking online with really, really successful people. So, ladies and gents, that is the overall kind of walkthrough as to why I believe, okay, in my personal opinion, that there is a specific individual that is meant to go to college, and there's a specific individual that is meant to do digital marketing or learn online, okay? And you could definitely flip-flop after you go to college. You could start doing digital marketing, or the other way around as well. My total opinion is that you should use all of these actual insights, all these ideas, and my opinions, based on your opinions, your family's opinions, and anyone else around you to really create something that you know is going to work best for yourself in terms of your progression and map moving forward. College is phenomenal for those people who don't really know what they want to do, and if they don't have that discipline. Digital marketing is phenomenal for those people who do have that discipline, who know exactly the direction they want to go in, and they want to master their craft and not waste any time doing anything else. I think that'll give you a really good kind of walkthrough and ideology as to where my head's at in terms of college or digital marketing. And ladies and gents, again, thank you so much for the incredible support for myself and BSF. We've been putting out so much content over the last few weeks. You guys have been letting us know you love it. We'll definitely continue to go ahead and push out more content as well. If you enjoyed this video, okay, please leave a like in the video if you enjoyed, and also throw a comment down below if you went to college or not, okay, and if you thought it was worth it or not. Let me know below, because I'm genuinely curious, because I went all the way until the end, and I have my own opinion, as you saw today. So comment down below, let me know your opinion also. And ladies and gents, leave a like in the video if you enjoyed, hit the notification bell, and be sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss a single beat every single Monday and Wednesday. And with that being said, ladies and gents, thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day, and have a good one.